I've never seen so many cowards and black men in this business. I would have to put my brother Tyler Perry in that.
At one point in time, it seemed like Monique was going to take over Hollywood. For her supporting role in 2009's Precious, she won the Oscar for Best Actress in a Supporting Role. And in doing so, she cemented herself as an acting force of nature to be reckoned with. But it would seem that Monique has fallen mostly out of the spotlight in recent years. And it looks like there is someone she blames for that. Tyler Perry. He was one of the producers on Precious, and Monique had some very choice words for him. So what happened between the two of them? And why did Monique call him out? According to Hot New Hip Hop, Monique and Tyler's feud started after Precious wrapped filming. When the movie started going through the festival circuit, Monique was asked to appear on the press junket. However, she declined, even refusing to fly out to the very prestigious Cannes Film Festival in France. Monique said at the time, "I'm not going anywhere because I'm not obligated to go anywhere. I've done my part." This was perfectly reasonable, as at the time, Monique was still doing stand-up comedy and a talk show. Alongside both of those things, she was also a wife and a mother with familial obligations. But by not appearing on the press junket for the movie, Monique gave herself something of a bad reputation with some of the higher-ups on the project. For one, Tyler was not happy that Monique was opting out of the press tour. And Lee Daniels, the director of Precious, didn't seem very happy with her decision either. While Monique didn't do free press for the movie, she did, of course, still win an Oscar. But many people found it odd that in her Oscar acceptance speech, she didn't thank Lee, Tyler, or another major producer, Oprah Winfrey. Instead, she kept it simple and said, "I'd like to thank the Academy for showing that it can be about the performance and not the politics." For years after that, she took small roles in movies and TV shows and stayed quiet about her feud with Lee, Tyler, and Oprah. But in recent years, Monique has opened the can of worms and gone toe-to-toe with all three of them. In early 2024, she told all on a podcast with Club Shay Shay, pulling no punches. During the course of the interview, Monique took shots at both Tyler and Oprah, claiming that they had her blacklisted from Hollywood after the Precious fiasco. Monique also made some other claims about Oprah, saying that she invited someone who had harmed her onto her talk show, even after knowing what he had done to Monique. She went on to say that her husband, Sidney Hicks, told her that Oprah was upset that she won the Oscar. Allegedly, while Monique was on stage, Sidney said that Oprah looked uncomfortable in her seat. He went on to tell Monique that Oprah was upset that all of this praise wasn't for her. She also claimed that Oprah stole several movie roles from her in other Lee Daniels films. Allegedly, Monique was offered Oprah's role in the 2013 The Butler, but Lee was forced to give it to Oprah. On the podcast, Monique said the following to Oprah: "You've been unfair, you've been unjust, and you watched a black woman be thrown under the bus, and you said nothing." Throughout the podcast, Monique also made a lot of comments about how Tyler treated her. According to Monique, she has a private taped conversation with him claiming that he started a rumor that she is difficult to work with. She said that because of this rumor that Tyler spread, her career was destroyed. Supposedly, Tyler also told her that he was wrong when it came to how he treated her, and he wanted to publicly apologize. But unfortunately, Tyler has never come out and apologized for anything with Monique. And while Monique hasn't publicly released that audio tape, she played it for the host of the podcast, Shannon Sharp. But over the years, Tyler has done nothing but deny these blackballing claims over and over again. He's repeatedly claimed innocence in the entire situation, despite Monique's claims. Then, after the podcast aired, Monique took even more digs at both Oprah and Tyler. Recently, she was on the road with Cat Williams for her Dark Matter tour. In May 2024, she was responsible for opening for Cat's show, going on with her shorter set. But one day, she took to the stage with a very intense rant about those who she claims wronged her. According to Vibe, Monique had some incredibly vulgar things to say about both Tyler and Oprah. When she began her set, she started off by cursing them both out. Monique even started a chant, but upon noticing that people weren't participating, she started to mock the audience. While she mocked their love of Oprah, she also went on to say that she too loved Oprah despite this feud. After going on her rant, Monique said the following about Oprah: "And we just need to bring her back to black." During the course of her set, she had no kind sentiments to share about Tyler. And this feud is showing no signs of slowing down, with Monique taking aim at both of them in the past year. But unlike with Tyler and Oprah, Monique was able to make amends with one higher up on Precious, Lee Daniels. According to Lee, the two of them were incredibly close before the making of Precious. He even claims that the two were as close as they could be during the entire filming process. It was only during the press tour and the years following the movie's release that things got ugly. During a public event in 2022, Lee was quick to acknowledge the bond that the two of them shared. He said the following: "She was my best friend, my best friend. Y'all think that Precious was that was God working through both of us. And while that friendship may have taken a hiatus for several years, the two have since made amends in a massive way." At this same event, Lee made a very public apology to Monique, while sharing the stage with her. He said that he was incredibly sorry for any way that he may have hurt her over the years. While he may not have fully understood what he was apologizing for, he still did his best to make amends. And in that very same breath, Lee even promised that he and Monique would work together again soon. That promise has now come to the light in 2024, with the two recently releasing their latest project together. The movie, which was directed by Lee, is called The Deliverance, and it came out on Netflix on August 30th. In the movie, Monique shares the screen with Andra Day, Glenn Close, and Audrey Ellis-Taylor. The Deliverance is a horror movie about a single mother who moves into a house that many believe is a portal to hell. Monique plays the role of Cynthia Henry, a social worker sent to check up on the mother's children. In an interview with The Hollywood Reporter, Lee spoke about what it was like to reconcile with Monique before the movie. When asked about how Monique was brought onto the project, Lee said that it was a work of God. He said, "I had to understand that she was hurt, and that is my sister and that I love her." Lee continued on to say the following to Monique: "We're getting ready to work together, and then we're going to work together again. How about that?" One can also hope that Monique is able to make amends with Tyler and Oprah in the coming years. But what do you guys think? Do you think that will happen? Or is the feud between her and Tyler and Oprah too big to be fixed? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below.